Shalom. I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakah, Kudash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akim who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And Shalom to the elect. Okay, so today, I just got off work, just got off the plantation. This is Shabai from the GMS Denver, and I'm going in on Jeremiah 20. All right. So we'll start at the top. 20:1. It says, "Now Pashur, the son of Immer, the priest, who was also chief governor in the house of Yahawah, heard that Jeremiah prophesied these things." And basically, you know what? Let me grab this quick precept. I think it's Jeremiah 28:8. Let me just check though. Let me grab it right here in this other Bible. Let's see, Jeremiah 28:8. Yeah. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and evil and of pestilence. All right. So one of the lots of the prophets, one of our characteristics is we're, throughout the ages, we've constantly prophesied against nations, people, This is why the true prophet of Yahweh is not Mr. Popular, right? Because we're going against the grain, so to speak, when it comes to prophecy, But hey, that's what it is. We bring out the truth, whether you believe it or whether you don't believe it. We bring out what's written. So this is why in Jeremiah, let's go back to it over here. Jeremiah 20:1, he says that Pashur heard that Jeremiah prophesied these things. Basically, Yahweh gave Jeremiah the word. Pashur was going to be, taken into captivity, and he would die in captivity. So he didn't like, even though he was an Israelite, right? And he was the chief governor and in the house of Yahweh. And I'm talking about Pashur. Basically, Jeremiah, the Lord put the word on the Spirit on him, and Jeremiah told Pashur, hey, you're going into captivity, you're going to die. And so are your family and your friends. If you read Jeremiah 19, that's what that chapter is about. So let's keep reading. So he was pissed off when Jeremiah prophesied those things against him, right? To the point where Jeremiah 20:2, it says, "Then Pashur smote Jeremiah the prophet and put him in the stocks that were in the high gate of Benjamin, which was by the house of Yahweh." All right, so when you go into that word stocks, it means prison, okay? So not only did he beat him, because that's what that word smote, hit, strike, he not only did he beat him, but he also threw him in prison, right? Because he didn't like the words of the prophet Jeremiah. Just like these people, they don't like the words that we're bringing out. They don't like the word of Yahweh, because the majority of these people are cursed by the word, and that's just the way the Lord set it up, showing you how off the pagan Christians are, because they tell you the opposite. They tell you that so many people are blessed by the truth. No, man, when you go into these scriptures, the majority of the people are fucking cursed. All right. So let's get verse 3. "And it came to pass on the morrow that Pashur brought forth Jeremiah out of the stock." So he brought him out of the prison. "Then said Jeremiah unto him." So when he got him out of prison, Jeremiah was speaking. He had the spirit of Yahweh on him, and he's, like that's another lot and characteristic of the prophets, man. You could basically say we don't give a fuck. The only thing that's priority to us is the truth. So Jeremiah had that spirit on him when he got out of prison. He talked shit to Pashur, right? Let's see what he said. He says, "Then said Jeremiah unto him, Yahweh hath not called thy name Pashur, but Magor Misabib." All right. So when you go into the etymology, oh shit, what happened here? I think this thing just closed up on me. I had it pulled up. Oh, here we go. When you go into the etymology of that word, first off is, the word Pashur, the name Pashur, it means going about, or deliverance is roundabout. So it's a positive name, right? But in verse 3 here, where Jeremiah is saying, look, you're not going to be known as Pashur, but the Lord calls you Magor Misabib, right? Which that means terror is surrounding. That's what that meant. So the Lord put the spirit on Jeremiah to tell Pashur, look, you ain't no more going to be called deliverance is roundabout, but instead you're going to be called terror is surrounding. That's what those words mean, those names mean. So let's keep reading. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will make thee a terror to thyself and to all thy friends, and they shall fall by the sword of their enemies, and thine eyes shall behold it. Meaning you're going to see this happen. And I will give all Judah into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall carry them captive into Babylon, and shall slay them with the sword. So Jeremiah had nothing but bad news for Pashur, who was a leader. He was a leader in Israel, right? He was the chief priest of the house of Yahweh. I'm sorry, his father was the chief priest. He was the chief governor. Well, he was like a king, right? Let's keep reading. Verse 5. Moreover, I will deliver all the strength of this city, and all the labors thereof, and all the precious things thereof, and all the treasures of the kings of Judah will I give into the hand of their enemies, which shall spoil them and take them and carry them to Babylon. So he was giving him the prophecy of, that he was going to go into captivity. He was going to lose all his wealth. He was going to lose it all. Right? Just like we're telling Esau Edom right now. We're telling Esau Edom, yeah, you're going to lose it all. So that's why he's going to want to, persecute us eventually. He's going to start trying to put hands on us and start, trying to put us in his stocks, or AKA prison. You see? Nothing is, new under the sun. All right? Verse 6. And thou, Pashur, and all that dwell in thine house shall go into captivity, and thou shalt come to Babylon, and there thou shalt die, and shalt be buried there, thou and all thy friends to whom thou hast prophesied lies. Right? So Yahweh had it out for Pashur, right? He had it out for a lot of kings of Israel. There was a lot of wicked kings of Israel, and no different with Pashur. He was wicked. The Lord, this was Jeremiah having the spirit on him to tell Pashur, like, yo, you're gonna get fucked up by Yahweh and your friends and your family. You're gonna take it into captivity. They're gonna spoil you, meaning they're gonna take all your goods. And it's because you prophesied lies, and that's what it's gonna be like in this time. These false prophets, they're gonna have a fate of destruction as well. Verse Jeremiah 27, it says, "O Yahweh." So now this is the kind of the flesh. Not kind of. This is when I read this, it's really talking about a fleshly thing for Jeremiah, because he's kind of, if you would say, he's in a moment of weakness, right? Like, and I'm not saying Jeremiah the prophet's weak, but he's basically lamenting or complaining to Yahweh, because the prophets have thick skin, because we're constantly going against the grain. If the Lord sets you up as a true prophet of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you're gonna have thick skin, because you have to deal with lots of bullshit. Not only that, you're in the midst of all the wickedness of the heathen and the 2/3 around you, and it's like it vexes your spirit. So this is how Jeremiah was vexed in the spirit, right? To the point where let's read it. Verse 7, O Yahweh, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and I hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. And derision, it means ridicule, right? So let's keep reading. Verse 8, For since I spake, I cried out, I cried violence and spoil, because the word of Yahweh was made a reproach unto me and derision daily. So Yahweh had given him a message which he necessarily, in his flesh didn't really want to, deliver that message to Pashur, but that was the spirit. That's how this is not of us, this truth, because it don't matter what we feel or how we think, but the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we're so convicted by this knowledge and this truth that we're gonna speak. We have to throw our feelings away and just deliver the message, deliver the truth as it is written, or as the Lord puts the Spirit on us, which is the same as it is written. And we got to keep our doctrine sound. You can't be taken away from the word or adding to the word, right? So, what I do here? Hold up, I didn't mean to check that. So anyway, let's keep reading. Verse 9. Then I said, I will not make. This Jeremiah getting, like I said earlier, in the flesh. This is a statement really coming from this flesh, not the spirit. He had a moment of weakness. When we read this, it says, Jeremiah 29. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, talking about Yahweh, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in my heart, or in my mind, as a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I was weary and forbearing, and I could not stay. So Jeremiah, he's like saying, "Oh, I'm not even going to mention the Lord's name. I'm not even going to, prophesy his truth, prophesy his word." But he couldn't contain it. That's what he's saying right here. He said, but his word was in my heart, meaning in my mind, as a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. So even if you're a true prophet of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, even if you don't want to speak the truth, you're not going to be able to contain it. Like, I know brothers have been around, because a lot of times our elders or higher ups are telling us, be Clark Kent, don't speak on this truth in certain places. But there's times when the Spirit jump on you and you can't contain it, just like Jeremiah right here. So let's keep reading. Even if it's vexing you, you try to, even if you want to keep it, it's going to end up coming out if you're that true prophet and servant of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Verse 10, for I heard the defaming of many, meaning they're speaking bad about his name, fear on every side, reports say they, and we will report it. All my familiars watch for my halting, saying, peradventure, which that means perhaps he will be enticed, and we shall prevail against him, and we shall take our revenge on him. Right? So basically he's saying people was waiting for his downfall, just like us. They were like Vocab Malone. He's like the guy who he wishes this thing would be, that we would come and have a downfall, right, in his spirit. But the problem is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is with us, so there's not going to be no downfall. He set us up, not the other way around. You see? So people who are hating on the prophets, people who are hating on this truth, hey, it doesn't matter what you think. The prophecies are gonna come to pass, whether you like them or not, whether you believe them or not, whether you want to get rid of the prophets or not. This is all the Lord's story, the Lord's movie, and you're just a character. Most of y'all are just extras in this movie. All right. So let's keep reading. Verse 20 and 10. I'm sorry, I'm on 11. But Yahweh is with, this is Jeremiah speaking. He says, but Yahweh is with me as a mighty, terrible one. Therefore my persecutors shall stumble, and they shall not prevail. They shall be greatly ashamed, and for they shall not prosper. Their everlasting confusion shall never be forgotten. See, so when he starts in verse 11, 20 and 11, he's back in the spirit. He's remembering, hey, Yahweh is a mighty, terrible one against these people around us. Brothers, we have the most powerful entity in the universe on our side. So there's nothing we got to worry about, But yeah, there's times when maybe it gets a little heavy, Maybe, you know what I'm saying? You're just... But like I said, if you're a true prophet of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that fire is going to burn in you, or you won't be able to contain it. And that's a beautiful thing, brothers. If you're part of the elect, if you're part of the 144,000, man, there ain't no more high-value man on the planet Earth than you, if you're one of those men. And Lord's will, I'm in that number. But let me keep reading. Verse 12. But, O Yahweh of hosts, that triest the righteous and seest the reins of the heart, meaning he sees our mind, and he tries the righteous and guides our mind. Basically, that's what it's saying. Just like reins guide, like if you had like a chariot with horses, the reins you would guide the chariot. Well, this is the metaphor saying how the seest the reins and the heart of the righteous, right? Let me see. Let me see, I still got a check mark here. Why is it not showing the whole thing? Let me see if I back up. Salakia. Okay, yeah, we're good now. So I'm at verse... I'm at verse 12 again. Still, I'll read it again. But, O Yahweh of hosts, that triest the righteous and seest the reins in the heart, let me see thy vengeance on them, for unto thee have I opened my cause. And that's how we are, man. Because sometimes, we get ridiculed, vexed in our spirit, seeing all the stupidness, the wickedness, just all the, the stuff that's going against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and we get bothered by that. So this is the way the prophets have this mindset, where we're like, shit. We want to see the vengeance on the 2/3. We want to see the vengeance on the heathen. We want to see the vengeance on these wicked ass motherfuckers who are just totally fucking beasts. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is with us, man. We don't want to see this place prosper. We don't want to see these wicked motherfuckers go on. You know what I'm saying? Let's read verse 13. Sing unto Yahweh, praise ye Yahweh, for he hath delivered the soul of the poor from the hand of the evildoers. So you see, he's in that spirit of the right spirit. He's walking in the spirit. And then in verse 14, he goes back into that flesh. Let's read it. Verse 14. Cursed be the day wherein I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed. Cursed be the man who brought tidings to my father, saying, a man-child is born unto thee, making him very glad. So he, like I said, he's back in his flesh on this couple verses right here. He's like saying, curse the dude that gave my dad the news that my mom was pregnant. You see, you know what I'm saying? Making him very glad, it says, made my dad glad. He's like, curse that man, right? Curse the day he's saying, curse the day and where he was born. And it shows you, sometimes that's how this knowledge, this truth is. Remember, knowledge increaseth sorrow, right? Ecclesiastes 1:18. And also, a lot of us, sometimes we feel like we have a burden, because it is a burden. There's a lot of suffering that comes with this knowledge and this truth, right? But we have to endure it, just like we do. Jeremiah was enduring right here, But he was feeling it. He was feeling it in his spirit, like God. He was like, God damn, this is some, you know what I'm saying? This is some bullshit. These motherfuckers are ridiculing me. These people are talking shit about my name. They want me dead. So it was, he was feeling it. He was feeling the pressure, right? To the point where he was cursing his birth. And he wasn't the only prophet who did that. Actually, I'll get it in the other Bible real quick. Let's see. Let me grab Job real quick, because Job said he did the same thing. Job cursed the day of his birth also, right? So, brothers, I don't know how how heavy the spirit is on you, where you're feeling vexed, or you're just feeling you're feeling the pressure. But the thing is we just got to keep enduring, man. Just know that we're all sharing these afflictions, right? Job 3, and let's see where it's at. Right here. Job 3 and 1. After this opened Job his mouth and cursed his day, meaning the day of his birthday. And Job spake and said, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man-child conceived. Right? Let that day be darkness, let not the Most High regard it from above, neither let the light shine upon it. See? So he was, what I'm saying, the point is the prophets, sometimes, it's a heavy load, a burden on us, right? But it's a burden we have to endure. And if you're a true prophet of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you're going to push through whatever adversity, whatever it is that's vexing your spirit, we're all in this together. The true prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, we're all one body. And we're sharing in the same afflictions as others, although we may not know it, but we are, all right? Even the prophets are old, our forefathers, they were sharing the same afflictions with us, right? So let's get back to, then we'll finish off this Jeremiah 20. Jeremiah 20. But you see it to the point where sometimes the prophets be cursing the day of their birth, their birthday. You see, verse where am I? Verse 16. And let that man. He's the man he's talking about is the dude that brought the news to his father that his father was about to be a dad, right? Because let's read 15. Cursed be the man who brings tidings, which that means news, who brings the news to my father, saying, a man-child is born unto thee, making him very glad. And let that man be as the cities which Yahweh overthrew and repented not. And let him hear the cry in the morning and the shouting at noontide. So Jeremiah was so vexed in the spirit at this point where he was even cursing the dude, saying let him be like a overthrown city that repented not, right? Putting curses on I don't know if it was the doctor or whoever would have told his father the news. Maybe it was his father-in-law. Who knows? Verse 17. Because he slew me not from the womb, or that my mother might have been my grave, and her womb to be always great with me. So he was like, man, he was wishing that he was never born, basically, because that's how heavy this truth is. But yet, through all of this, what did he say? He said, "Hey, I couldn't contain it. It was this word was in my heart like a burning fire." You see, verse 18. Wherefore came I forth out of the womb to see the labor and the sorrow, that my days should be consumed with shame. So, he was kind of on one in this chapter. He's like, man, my mom had me, just so I could be shamed? See, and that's why I say he was in the flesh for that moment, But he was in the spirit when he was talking about, I couldn't let this word, it couldn't be contained in me. It was like a burning fire, that he couldn't hold back. He tried to, because he said it. Let's read it again in verse 9. He says, then I said, I will not make mention of him. He's talking about Yahweh, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in mine heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones. And I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. And the only reason why I laugh a little bit is because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can relate, If you're a true prophet of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, hey, there ain't no way you can keep silent or not make mention of him, or make a mention of his name, So I hope this lesson was edifying. I just wanted to do a quick lesson after work, and brothers, keep enduring. This is hopefully this was a lesson of exhortation and lifting brothers up and edifying brothers in this truth and this knowledge. So with that, I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors goes out to the other apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also want to acknowledge all the Akyam who are pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.